Kicking ain't easy, that is for sure, and the Minnesota Fighting Vikings have seemingly been cursed by kicking issues since, 2014, something like that. But the Vikings are keeping a very solid young kicker in the fold in one Greg Joseph. Even though, yes, Greg the Leg, Gregatron, whatever, he missed the game winner against the Cardinals, which would have been nice to have, but whatever. Either way, he signed his restricted free agent tender yesterday on Monday, and the Vikings had offered him the original round tender. So if another team had matched his $2.4 million tender, the Vikings would have gotten zero draft compensation because Joseph was a UDFA, the way it should be with kickers, but whatever. But Joseph gets himself a nice little payday, and the Vikings get themselves a nice little kicker back in the fold. His agent, Brett Tessler, announced that his client, Greg Joseph, is signing a one-year restricted free agent tender and looks forward to kicking with the Minnesota Vikings again in 2022. Led the league in touchback percentage last season and was 6th in field goals made. And the thing about Greg Joseph is he's only 27, so he's certainly got a couple of great years ahead of him, and he's got a big leg. Like, that's the issue that Dan Bailey had, where it was just really going at his age as well as working through injuries. But I mean, Joseph can boom it with the best of them, whether it's kickoff, whether it's kicking long field goals, etc. And he was 58 on field goals, 86.2%, including 8 of 11 from 50 plus. One of the tops in the National Football League. He was 20 of 27 from 40 plus. And yeah, he did miss the 37-yarder, which would have been the game winner against the Cardinals, yada, yada, yada. Except Greg had some pretty decent kicks last season. Week 1, I mean, people forget because of the stupidity of the refs in overtime. He nailed, just like an absolute piss missile, 53-yarder to send the Bengals game into overtime against the Super Bowl runner-ups. Cool. He had the 54-yard game winner against the Lions, but the Lions. And then also had the 29-yard game winner against the Packers. And you could say, it's only 29 yards. Gary Anderson and Blair Walsh had a short field goal too. It's not a given. It's not an automatic, man. It absolutely is not. But I think that having Greg Joseph back in the fold does make a ton of sense. And also, what's really big is that the Vikings still have long snapper Andrew DePaulo as well as punter Jordan Berry. So they still have that triad of snap, hold, kick. Snap, hold, kick. So having the continuity amongst the specialists is really big, especially for Greg Joseph going forward. So I think it's going to be another big season out of him. Hopefully, that's one thing that you don't have to rely on. Now, no one's ever going to be perfect, but just coming up clutch, which, outside of the Cardinals game, Greg Joseph did most of the time last season. We will certainly take that. Just one less thing to worry about. Just hopefully he can be the Vikings kicker for like the next 8 to 10 years, and he's just phenomenal. We'll extend him. We'll franchise tag him. Don't really care. Just take care of business, man, especially from long range. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings sign restricted free agent. Let's try that again. Greg Joseph signed his restricted free agent tender with the Vikings. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.